It has been one whole year since the Switch 2 is out in the market worldwide. And I'm here today. It's Geronimo. Just want to talk about the first year, the highlights, some of the good, some of the bad, give what my thoughts are of the platform thus far. So sit back, relax, and I'll be playing some Mario Kart World. Okay, so pretty much with the first year to Switch 2. Oh, here we go. We're starting a race now. I think we're going to Choco Mountain. Alright, so this will be kind of like a chill podcasty like episode, so sit tight with me here. So essentially some of the main releases in that first year from Nintendo were, of course, Mario Kart World. We had both the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom update for the Switch 2. Kind of brings it to like 1440p, 60 frames. Both games are just beautiful now. Like, it's crazy. Ouch. Come on now. Welcome Tour, which definitely had a lot of, let's say, controversy behind it as far as, like, its content and why it was being charged. Even just $10, That was kind of a big thing that kind of dominated the pre-release cycle and a little bit past it. But once we all got our hands on the system, I think most people kind of just, stop caring. Like, people that were interested in it, they got it. And if they weren't, then, it is what it is. The next major one, of course, was Donkey Kong Bonanza, which was probably, that was probably my second favorite game of the year last year. Expedition 33 being first. But, yeah, that game exceeded my expectations. Like, I figured it was going to be a good game. Oh, jeez, here comes the lightning. I figured it was going to be a good game, but, like, once you get into it, like, wow. Wow, okay. Yeah, like, once you get past, like, the first 3-4 layers they feel pretty standard. But once you get to the later ones and they start getting in a good groove, oh, man, it's legit. And it kind of revitalized, like, Donkey Kong as a whole in the 3D space. Been forever since, Donkey Kong 64. And even with Donkey Kong 64 just coming out on Nintendo Switch Online recently, people still feel pretty mixed about the game now. And the weirdest thing is, I don't really know how many people, actually played the game back then. But I digress. I'm not going to go into that too much. Next one was Dragon Drive, which was kind of the experimental, let's use the new controller, like kind of like how ARMS was for Switch 1. Though ARMS definitely hit a bit more for a few more people. But, it just, I downloaded the demo and I didn't even really bother to turn it on. That's how much I didn't really care for it. And it wasn't like, as, the type of basketball was kind of like a bad idea. It was more like, oh shoot. It was just more like, it just didn't have a sauce. It was weird. It's very weird. And playing, with two Joy-Cons in that mouse con, that can get tiring. So definitely just something they made to to show off the new settings. Yeah, I'm sorry, Luigi. That was not good, bro. It was not good. Yeah, it was a bit strange overall. I don't know what the deal is with that. But, it came and went, literally. No one remembers it. But it's good to make note of it, because it was definitely featured in that very first Direct. And then we get to some of these Switch 2 editions as well, like with new content. I didn't get to Mario Party Jamboree TV. I didn't get that at all, just because I've kind of fallen off of Mario Party personally. And it's nothing to do with, like, oh, these games are trash. It's just more like, I just don't play them much anymore. I don't really make the push to get the homies connected and play. I don't know. Just that's a part of me that's kind of left behind, but I like to kind of follow it from the side and see how the new games are doing. I'm glad they got their stride again too. But that TV mode came out. I personally got the Kirby Forgotten Land one with Starcross World, and I actually went through that in the past month. Just something to play in between. It's actually pretty good. It's like a bunch of long levels. It's kind of like more Forgotten Land. So if you're really into Forgotten Land when you played it on Switch a few years ago, and you always thought, man, if there's just some DLC, some new levels, maybe some new gimmicks with the mouthful mode, hey, yo. But you know, the final boss is cool too, even though it's kind of like a remix in a sense. But you know, it's kind of like stuff you'd see in like an EX mode. And then I believe Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 came out. That was really for the Switch 1, but they had Switch 2 enhancements. I think it went to like 4K 60 frames. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Oh, all these shells, bro. And then I believe the next one I did actually get was Pokemon Legends ZA Switch 2 Edition, which was basically just a Switch game with some better draw distance, textures, lighting, resolution, and of course, that smooth 60 frames per second. The game was pretty fun. It had a weird way of going about things. You know, Game Freak they're in this kind of developmental bubble, low key. Not even low key, high key. They really are in some ways. Pokemon Legends, yeah, it was good. It was good. It had its moment, you know. A lot of people start getting their shiny Pokemon. I didn't do the DLC just because that seemed really tedious. And I'm not really super interested in getting the new Pokemon, the Mega Pokemon like that. I mean, they're cool to see, but I don't know. Just whatever. The online for that game was fine. You know, it was fine. But the main game I did really enjoy, though. I really like that style of battling. I don't know if they're going to bring that back for the next Legends type game. But I really hope they do. Because it was really fun. I like that real-time Pokemon action. Gave a slight different context to some moves, too. Like, you have to actively protect. And, you know, when you set up your reflect and light screen... Oh, let me go ahead and just cheat my way to a higher place. You know what I mean? Ooh, oh. There we go. Metroid Prime 4 came out. I got the Switch 2 edition, of course. I enjoyed it. It's like a reduced version of the original trilogy. Like, they took some risks, and some of them didn't really pan out as well for most. The desert's not the most exciting place in the world, but I'm not going to say I outright hated traversing the desert. I mean, the motorcycle was fun, and shooting the funny hockey puck disc things like it's friggin' Tron. That's cool too. The actual gameplay Metroid Prime parts, they're sound. It's just, we just need larger areas again. Larger areas, more dense puzzles. Figure out how to modernize Metroid Prime again if they want to go for that fifth one. Which, I mean, based off that ending, we should get a fifth one. But we'll just have to see, right? We'll just have to see. But overall, I enjoyed it. I have a whole video about it. You'll see a pop-up on the, actually, over there. You should probably see a pop-up on the screen there if you want to check it out and see my full thoughts when I finished it early this year. But then after that, I didn't really get any brand new Switch 2 games from Nintendo themselves. So I did kind of miss out on, like, you know, Mario Tennis Fever, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I do want to double back and get Age of Imprisonment. I'm not really sure when I'll do that. I think it just depends on Nintendo's slate for the rest of the year for me. I think that's what it just depends on. Pokopia was major. It gave the nice boost it needed. So that's very good. Like, they really had one. Not to say I doubted the game, but I didn't really get a good look into that one treehouse like a month before release. And I was like, oh, they're cooking with gas. They got some over there at Koei Tecmo. So now they have like a friggin' bundle you can get with the game. So that's good. That's very good. As far as that, I didn't really mess around with any of the other first parties. So overall, for me, first party, I enjoyed it for what I did play. Now, would I say it's better than Switch 1's first party output? I don't know. Because, I mean, that first year of Switch 1, I know you've heard in plenty of other places. I'm sure some of y'all talked about it amongst yourselves or your friends, whatever. But, you know, Switch 1 had Breath of the Wild. It had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is most people's exposure to a brand new Mario Kart, since not many people got the Wii U in actuality. And then from there, yeah, Splatoon 2, keep momentum through the summer. Oh, someone got the truck. Lucky. Dang, we might actually go to Rainbow Road after this. Hold on. So third parties, pretty notable third parties that released in the first year. We had Cyberpunk 2077. I got that off the strength of, I was going to check it out when it came out on PC years ago, but then all the issues were going on, so I didn't bother with it anymore. I just kind of just let it be. And I played like, I don't know, maybe about 10 hours. I guess that type of game didn't vibe with me at the time. It's a good game, though. I can tell it's a good game. I'm sure the story would have been really solid. I put it down for now. I don't know when I'll get back to it, but it runs really well on Switch 2. Looks great, runs great. That performance mode, whether it be docked or handheld, that's where it's at. So definitely play it like that. Other games that I played throughout for third party for me, another launch title, Kunitsu-Gami Path of the Goddess from Capcom. Amazing. That's like half a strategy hack and slash game, and other half like rebuilding settlements that were destroyed by the evil spirits. It's a really cool game. It's surprisingly lengthy too. Like I want to say it's about 40 hours long. It was pretty lengthy, like maybe 35, 40 hours. It was longer than I expected. I'll say that. But I really enjoyed it. I think it's a sleeper. It's a slept-on game by Capcom for sure. Definitely highly recommend it. I think there should be a demo on well, not on Switch 2, unfortunately, but I think it's on the other platforms. Of course, I also played Fast Fusion, launch title. I know. I despite having less tracks. Oh, let's go to Rainbow Road, baby. Despite having less tracks than Fast RMX that came out on the Switch 1, I think this game felt a bit more refined overall with its controls. Its speed was a tad adjusted, so it's a little slower for like just overall game speed compared to Fast RMX, but it's still plenty fast, especially in that hypersonic mode, the hardest difficulty. Really like the fusion mechanic. Very simple. You just take two halves of different machines, you fuse them together. You kind of get the best mishmash of their stats. And then sometimes you'll get a few machines that have like a maxed out of either like speed, boost, acceleration. So it's good. Music's really good too. Like there's some really good bops there as well. I highly suggest you check it out. Speaking of bops, that Rainbow Road about to start. Oh man, I can't believe I'm capturing this. Others I played though, Skate Story. It's an indie game. I forgot the studio. I think his name was, or the main guy's name was like Sam something. I forgot. Man, going the Rainbow Road from here is always magical. This is so good. Oh man, I actually want to try and do well. Okay, we can do this. Of course, Apex Legends got the Switch 2 version. It's not a patch to the Switch 1 edition, the Switch 1 version, but it's more so a Switch 2 version. Like it runs full 1080p 60. I'm in first. Hey, holy smokes! Oh, I spoke too soon. I got too excited. Okay, making magic happen. Hold on. We gotta get back on the drag. And left off. Yes. Yes. Wow, I gotta cut all this out. I'm just too excited. Rainbow Road. So good. This is the best Rainbow Road for sure. For sure. Apex Legends was great though because in addition to like Kunitsu-Gami, I didn't mention it there, but that's probably the first couple of games where I really got a good handle of playing with mouse controls or mouse-con on the Joy-Con. It was really cool. Like there's no aim assist, so you really do have to treat it like a mouse. Like you just have to be very accurate and lead your shots and everything. But overall, it felt really great. It ran really smooth. I think the 60 frames dropped a tad, but it wasn't anything like super crazy. Like maybe in the 50s. Nothing that's unplayable at all. But it still looks great, plays great. Nice to see a game that, you know, doesn't have these crazy muddy textures. And that 720p on docked? That was rough. But it's cool. I definitely recommend that version too. That's been really good. But since it as well, more so throughout this year, I got Grid Legends, a racing game, by, how was it? Was it technically Codemasters? But it's another graphical showcase. Kind of like back in the day where like racing games early out on a new system, that'd be like where the graphics are at. It'd be between the racing games and the sports games. But yeah, Grid Legends, it has everything. I think Docta has 60 frames mode, balanced, quality. You can adjust, you know, you can adjust the just the fidelity overall. They give you a lot of options. It's really wild. They give you a lot of options. Oh wow, the water. Okay. And then the handheld just feels great too. You have like modes catered to handheld. I don't think they give you a full 30 frames mode. I think they just give you 40 frames. I could be wrong. It might be the other way around in handheld. It was a great game. Local multiplayer. No online multiplayer though. That's good to keep to take note of. I don't mind it personally because that's not what I'm looking for in that game, but also it's a story game, so the story is kind of campy in a race car way. Also, I want to talk about Haste. This is an indie game. I just want to talk about Haste again. I did a video on it. I'm sure some of y'all might have seen it already, but it's really good. So really, it's one of those like action platformer type games where you'd be like, man, what if you can do this? Like just run really fast and just dodge hills and dip and dive and glide through places. That's pretty much that game. Am I gonna make that? Of course not. Oh, that was terrible. Okay, we gotta lock in just a smidge. We gotta lock in just a little bit. Really great indie game, really great. It's like a roguelike 3D platformer. Feels inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog. Speed, momentum is king. And that game I want to mention too because this feels like you just put the PC version on here because they have like graphic presets like a PC would. Oh man, got struck by lightning. But yeah, and it's really cool. The music is really intense. That final boss was crazy. Well, the final boss section took me like 10 times to do it. All right, let's land, Luigi. Thank you. But yeah, I just want to think that's an honorable mention. If you're looking for like a more indie title, it's pretty cheap. I think it's only like $20 at the most. It'll go on sale soon, I'm sure. But yeah, it's really good. And they patched it recently too, so it should smooth out some of those random bugs that occurred. But yeah, as far as other third parties, the two major ones I think that I played in 2026 so far within the first year. Definitely Final Fantasy VII Remake. I always told myself I would wait to play these games when they're like within a year of the final part coming out, which we're pretty much at that point. We're probably gonna get the update, or not the update, the reveal of Final Fantasy VII Part 3 at the Summer Game Fest. So that'll be the day this video goes up. But yeah, I'm surprised I'm just in 8th. Well, I did it again. Oh, wait. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. Yeah, but and of course the other one, which is my current game of the year, Pragmata. That game is awesome. Now, I really got into the gameplay hook of like the shooting the weapons, the firing of the hacking mechanics with Diana, and just the enemy placement, the bosses. I really got into it. So I enjoyed it from beginning to end. The story was pretty straightforward, kind of your standard fare for like but yeah, the story wasn't anything too crazy, kind of like your standard fare type of thing. But overall, very, very, very good. Thank you, Capcom, for sticking with it. I'm happy for y'all. And I'm happy for us. But those pretty much the third-party games that I did play a good chunk of in the first year to switch to. So I'm going to talk about, like, hardware, you know. We're going to Crown City. Sure, why not? Oh, and then, of course, the screen, too. The LCD screen. Could be better. Could be better. I don't hate it like some others do. I do see the ghosting in certain games, but it's not really. It's mostly Switch 1 games that are really fast-paced, in my experience, like Ali World. But even then, it's kind of a non-issue for me. I've gotten used to it. But I will definitely welcome either another OLED or whatever other screen tech is good for a revision. I'm down for it. But other than that, hardware is fantastic. Best hardware Nintendo's ever made. It's really high quality. It feels like, you know, all the parts they sourced. You know, it doesn't feel like something where it's like, ah, man, they'll definitely shore this up in the revision. Like, if the revision was literally just the same physical chassis, but with, like, a better screen, then, that wouldn't surprise me. Because of the current, oh, my God. The current build quality is fantastic, in my opinion. And then the dock also comes with the Ethernet, too, just like the Switch OLED did. So, they did a good job with keeping things up to date with that, too. Software impressions. Okay, so game share, probably the big thing. There's a huge C button on all the controllers. Game share is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, game chat. But game share and game chat, your mileage may vary. It depends on both parties' internet connection. But game chat's pretty good. Game chat's pretty good. That's right, I'm gonna stop it again. Software impressions. Game chat's pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. Game chat's pretty good. I've only used it like a few times, but overall, it's been pretty good. I've used it mostly handheld. I think once I used it. Look at that person just going crazy off the walls. Crazy. But yeah, it's been pretty good. It's clear. It does the noise isolation stuff really well, actually. Like, if someone's, like, walking around near you, it may not even pick their voice up at all, which is pretty nice. So, I mean, granted, I know we all are kind of, like, cool, but we already have our Discords and whatnot. Dude, what I think is to be valid replacement if I come someone that just is in the Nintendo ecosystem. I think so, yeah. I think Nintendo's finally there. They've even improved it with some patches where you can like do more like screen share things and invite people more consistently to them. So I think it's viable now. I think it's a viable choice. I don't really use it too much just in general, just because, you know, most times I am playing games solo. Or if I am with some friends, I am just in Discord chilling and chatting with them. So it just depends, you know. Oh, wow. This is my time to shine. Now, only things I'm not really too fond of software-wise, now I think about on the Switch 2, it's kind of just some things that came over from Switch 1 that are kind of handled worse. So I don't know if you guys remember if you had, like, actually, you know, if you had, like, any, you know, however many friends you had, and in the friends information place you'd go, you definitely see, that worked. You definitely see like friend recommendations, and that was always cool to see. It was like a little hub you can check just to keep tabs on what everyone's kind of been playing lately. They don't really have that, but it's in like a weird place in the eShop, and it's like a find your next game section. It might show them at the bottom for it. It's a weird implementation. I don't know why they changed it. Honestly, it's not that good. It's not that good at all. I'm not really sure why they did that. In the news section on the main home screen, I think in Switch 2 user interface, it's like a green icon. Before, I think it was like white with like red or something like that. It just seems like an afterthought. Like there's no real like meaningful updates that pop up there. It's all very strange. I don't know. It really felt like things are like, oh wait, we should probably include that in the Switch 2 when we make it. It's weird. It's weird stuff. What can you say? What can you say? Now, some other random things that kind of talk about that kind of you can't talk about Switch 2 without mentioning this. But Mario Kart World's $80 physically and digitally. That's very strange. Like, the game is good, don't get me wrong, and I've made a few other videos just kind of trying to figure out, you know, what's going on with the release and why they're trying to justify 80. And I don't think it's really worth the 80, y'all. Like, real talk. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't get it at 80 at all. Like, if you want to get it with a Switch 2 right now, today, then by all means, have at it. But me personally, if it wasn't for the bundle, where you can get it for, you know, with the Switch 2 just being $500, so it was basically a $50 game digitally, yeah, I don't know. It would have been a little challenging. Now, I don't regret getting the game. The game is really fun. I don't play as often as I should, honestly. There's a few other racing games out that's had more of my attention. But it's been good, and it's been getting some good updates. And I'm sure when that first big wave of DLC hits, it's gonna be massive. And I think it'll draw a lot more people to the game on average. Other stuff that was pretty odd, like early on with the drop the price situation. I think a lot of people are really just not sure of what the Switch 2 was capable of to justify the price. Because, I mean, its default price, well, as of this day, is $450. It's going up to $500 on September 1st. And, yeah, that was kind of an inevitability there, sadly. But we're here, so what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? But overall, some other things that have been kind of funny with Nintendo, at least being receptive to how things are going on with the first year. We have variable pricing in the US now. That's a very big deal. That's very nice. Thank you. I'm getting Splatoon Raiders for $50 physically, and I think that's really nice compared to playing like $60 or $70. Now, we don't know if it's going to have DLC or not. That's the next thing, but goodbye. Overall, though, I think the Switch 2 for me has been very good. I don't have any regrets really getting the system. I was ready to get off the Switch 1 hardware. And I was even waiting for some games to get like the handheld boost, which has been really, really awesome. Something I had no idea, well, not no idea, but something I just didn't expect Nintendo themselves to do. It just kind of tells me that this team is definitely a bit more hardware focused and getting the most out of the system, which is a great change. Oh God! Ooh! Sheesh! Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. But hey, we made it. So the Switch 2 in a nutshell, a transitional year, some strong first party, some more niche releases like the Kirby Air Riders, new Xenoblade update, things of that nature. Metroid Prime 4 finally releasing after so long, being a mixed reaction. To some really liked it, some found disappointing, and some downright hated it. But hey, we've moved past it, and we're hopefully looking forward to a new 2D Metroid in the future. Overall, I've enjoyed it for my own uses. I've been ready to get off the Switch 1 hardware, and this is, so far with the games that's been coming out, whether I own them or from what I've seen from other people on YouTube and everything, it's been a very capable system, and the best is yet to come, even from Nintendo's first party. We already know that Star Fox is going to pretty much be the first game to come out in the second year of the Switch 2. So I'm going to greatly look forward to what comes next overall. Really like my time with it. Really enjoyed the third parties I played on here, the different control schemes, and just overall being a well-built system. So, and DLSS is proving to put in some serious work. So we're going to be definitely getting more third-party support as we continue on. Shout out to Call of Duty coming back for the first time in 13 years. But yeah, that's pretty much it. These are my thoughts. Thank you for watching / listening. Hope you enjoyed the Mario Kart gameplay in the background. And next video, we'll be kind of talking about some other games I've been playing lately. Kind of in a similar format of my previous video before this. Games that respect your time. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe below. Hit the hype button as well if you're watching on mobile, so this video can go to more places. And you tell me, how did you enjoy your Switch 2 in the first year? If you got it at launch, did you even get it anytime at all in the first year? And whenever you got it, what'd you get it for? And, did you enjoy what you played? Let me know in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to chop it up with y'all. But yep, subscribe once again. It's your boy Dramo, and we out. Peace.